Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing a battery replacement on this 2017 Ford Escape. So this whole thing has to come out. We'll start by taking these off right here, and they look like 15 or 14. Let's see, this is a 14 and it does not work. Yep, it's 15. Alright, we'll take an impact. Have a good adapter anymore. These you can just, these might be a bit corroded. All you gotta do is just wiggle them. Alright, pull them right out. We have these T's right here. Alright, so looks like this is a T25. Untighten. Oops. Alright, this just stays right here. Alright, and after that, these have to come out. They hold, okay, I don't know why there's two of them here. I don't know who the hell did that. Put them right here, don't lose them. Getting to this battery is actually a lot more annoying than you would think. Jesus Christ, it just buried itself in the plastic. Pull up on it. All that brittleness. That's what. Alright, and then let's see what we have. 10mm. I have a 10mm right here, and it looks like that's about it. Same length as these, so if you can use them. Are we finally getting to it? Ta-da! Alright, battery's right here. I'll put this cover right there. Alright, this looks like it is a 48H. Some of them have like 90 something, 96 or something, I don't know. Alright, so remove the negative one first. Barely. Alright, so we're gonna put the negative one right here. We're gonna splice the wire. Obviously, don't untighten it that much. Anyways, this comes out right here. From what I know, last time I had to take out the battery, this whole air box had to come off. But let's see if this is true. Oh yeah, it sure is. God damn, this is true. Might be getting somewhere. We still gotta remove the air box though. So let's get the 8mm. I think this is 8. Yep. Of course there's one down there. Okay. Way too much already. Let's see if it comes out this way. Oh, yep. Alright. I don't know if I had to remove the airbox, but I'm pretty sure airbox is right here. So maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I just prefer that I did. So let's get clean. Let's get this cleaned up and let's go get a battery. Alright, we got the new battery. It's size 48. So positive goes to the outside and negative to the inside. Hi. Hi. Here we go. So negative always goes in first. Alright, before we put the positive, we're gonna install this. Oh, this right here goes on this side in this slot. Great. Good. I'm going to put the positive one on. Okay, so the first thing that comes out is the last thing. I'm sorry, first thing that comes in is the last thing that came out. And it's this. Of course, this is going to fall. So this air filter actually has a slot right here. Make sure it's in. this thing goes back on. These grooves, these clips that would hold on to here and there, allegedly, as this thing is actually pretty funky, just right there. All right, we're gonna put this. Okay, so those are here. See it stays right there. Okay, that's on. These go on after. As I said, those are T25s. Goes on after. This is not really a big worry. The rest will go on easy. Yeah, so we want to pay attention to how these are going in place. So hoping you guys can see it. There's actually like a stud looking clip right here that goes into this hole. And it goes inside, actually goes right there. Break your windshield though. Cool. All right, now comes the fun part. Actually, you gotta put these as well for the cover. This one will go in a little funky. Because I should have put it before, but it's okay. We accidentally dropped one here. But we retrieved it. Another one goes in here. Hopefully we don't strip it. Cool. Alright, now comes the clips part. So you want to press on them. That way they gain some tightness. Good. Okay, sirs and misters. Just kidding. Alright. goes in. Here's a little side note. When you're putting these windshield wipers, driver's side is above the passenger side, and there are markings right here. See that right there? It's like an H. Tells you where this one goes. And there's the same exact kind of mark right there. Tell you where this goes. You put them in first. Obviously, this has to be off. Those are kind of hard to remove, but you already saw earlier in the video. Once you put them in, lay them down, and then when you tighten them, hold the arm so this doesn't move and it stays in its dedicated place. That's it. Okay, now we're gonna reset the battery monitoring system, or BMS. I don't know what the M stand for. I'm gonna put it right here. We're gonna put it in accessory mode. So it says that you have to pull the the high beam lever 5 times, and after that you press the brake pedal 3 times, and that battery light should start flashing. So let's see if that actually happens. This is how you reset the BMS. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 1, 2, 3. It's supposedly saying that you have to wait 10 seconds until the battery light starts flashing. So let's see if this is true. Okay, yeah, that's definitely not true. Since this procedure doesn't want to work, got my fancy Autel scanner. I am at Hot Functions after I read the car and the VIN and all of that. BMS battery monitoring system, as I thought it was. This procedure resets the battery monitoring system. Perform the procedure following events. Batteries replaced. It is body control module is not replaced, but I want to continue. All right, reset complete. You don't got to do all of that if you have a $3,500 or $3,600 scanner. Okay. Okay, I guess. All right, so as you see right here, after I reset the battery, it says that the generator voltage desired is 12.5. Before, I'm pretty sure it was higher. So that's healthy for the desired voltage. And let me take this. So the voltage right now, oops, it's 12.9. Let me cancel, get out of here. Right here, 12.9. It was actually like 15 before. So, you know, we're doing a lot better, just settling in. And yeah, that BMS resetting actually worked from the scanner. I don't know why it wasn't working from the car. So that's it. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comment section below. See you later.